And I'm thinking, should I calculate some queen d4? And my opponent is calculating like crazy. I mean, go back to defense. Should he do this? Like take it and f3 and whatever. Rook goes here and here and here and here and here and here. Oh my goodness, you know, I thought, I'm gonna reveal you a small secret. I thought I'm not gonna even start. My logic is, I have 50 moves on the clock. Let my opponent make the decision first. Why would I want to calculate something so crazy like this endgame, where two connected passed pawns are racing against two connected passed pawns? Why do I want to waste some energy on this? So I just took a walk, had some cup of coffee, and you know, I just tried to relax and take my mind off the game, and my opponent was spending here for something like 20 minutes. Hey, pulse the stitch. Yes, I will show the game. It's nice that you're here. Oh, my opponent is here from Sunday. I'm gonna show the game next. I'm showing the Saturday's game first. Welcome. Yeah, I'm showing my ridiculous choices I was doing. So I decided, okay, I'm not gonna calculate queen d4 or queen d6, whatever. Let it do it for my opponent. And of course, here Daniel spent good 20 minutes and tried to calculate something. So he played queen e7. Yeah. Okay, this is a nice move because he's threatening rook d7 with a mate. He's threatening rook d8 somewhere to give me a perpetual. But I mean, what choice do I have, right? And I have only one move, which really makes sense. So I push forward. I play f3. And now my opponent realizes that if he goes here, which looks almost like a mate, except black is winning. Look at that. There's no mate. And I'm just going to queens. How crazy is this? And if he plays rook d8, look at this. Wait. Rook d8. That's a pin. Okay, fine, you could argue. There was no king b4 necessity to play. He should have played like king a4. King a4 jumps under rook a8. So maybe king c2. King c2 is under some lot of checks. So go figure which is the right one. There might be intermezzo check somewhere, intermezzo check somewhere, intermezzo check somewhere. So it's very difficult for him to go here. Yeah, so again, he spent a lot of time. He played rook d8, a move he didn't want to play. There was also rook d5, trick. But after rook d5, I think I just played the same. Check and queen h6. Let's say here, queen h6, check and king h8, and there's nothing. For example, he goes here. I can't take it, queen g7, there's nothing. And my f-pawn is running really fast. So, I mean, he decided not to go there. He played rook d8. And now the question to you, dear viewers. What do you think is the right move? Without any calculation. Use your logic. Should you play queen e3 check and take on d8? Or take on d8 first and then play queen e3? Now, which do you think is the right choice? Because the way I was having a feeling, one of them probably is the right one, as usual, and one of them is wrong. So obviously I'm already fighting for the win. So either take on d8 and play king f7, or give a check first, then take on d8 and play king f7. Wait, we are already trading the rooks. There's no need for queen h6. No, there's no need for queen h6 anymore. This is a completely different idea. I'm tricking you into a puzzle stream. No, just use the common logic. The common logic, and that's it. First check and then trade. Or first trade and then check. All right, what are you thinking? I'm going to explain my logic. I think that the queen on e5 simply does more. And there's no secret. Nah, there's no need for Paul. There's no secret that the pieces stand best in the center. And queen e3 might feel safer to you. Like if I play queen e3 check and let's say king b4, now I trade it here and the pawn is not hanging, you know, and he gives me some checks and I go king f6, etc. But the queen on e5 takes care of more squares. So that's why I make sure I'm not laundering the pawn. I trade. I make sure the queen gonna jump to b7, which would be very nasty check. And the point is, if he goes here, I go here. I escape. Wherever. Maybe on h1. So he plays b6, which, okay, engine marks as a mistake. It looks very human. I think, let me check. Yeah, engine says there's some ridiculous drawing line, like check, 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 check. Yeah, this pawn doesn't really matter. Check. And here. And if I go here, here. Totally dead draw. Totally a draw. You know, I'm not gonna argue. Maybe it's a draw, but the way I see it, the queen still guards the b8 square. My pawns are being pushed forward very quickly. There's also the king. I could take the pawn, go back, and okay, maybe it's a draw. I'm not gonna argue. But it was very difficult for white to pick this up. So he played b6, which is a very human move. He wants to play queen c7. If I go here, this is a draw. Yeah, takes, queen, queen, it's a draw. Even if I win the pawn on h2, it's a draw. If I go king f6, I almost, oh, sorry, not the knight. I almost win the queen. But there's one problem. There's a check. So I can't do this. So that's why now we play queen e3 check to escape the queen trade. Yeah, and this was a big mistake. But listen, again, you can't really blame him. Because it was so difficult to make the choice. I mean, where do you go? I had a feeling that king a4 in some lines jumps under queen a7 check. So that's why he can't really go there. If he goes king b4, then in some lines I'm winning the queen. And if he goes king c2, well, maybe he's walking a mating net. And again, against many checks. Yeah, maybe king a4. It's difficult to tell. No, there's no king a3, of course. King a4, yeah. Maybe. But like I already said, king a4, I play f2. What do? You never have b7. You never have it. For example, let me show you one line. Here, here, here. I can put the queen, but there's also queen a7, queen, queen, and two queens are checkmating the king. So I go here, he plays king b4, I play f2. And I'm pretty confident that this is winning somehow. The only thing, I want to make sure the king is never going to defile. Because if he does it, I can never put a queen. He can play b7, b8. So that's why I have to navigate to an h1 square. And this is exactly what happened. Check, here, check, here, check. Yeah, this was a mistake. And there was a very, very nice line. Now check this out. Now check this out. What happens if I play b7? Black to play and win. It seems like this is winning. Because, I mean, the point is, If you put a queen, I have 2 queens to checkmate you. White suddenly escapes with h3. I mean, this is totally nuts. So king goes here, that's a check with the queen. If I take it, fine, take it and this queen promotes. If I go king f3, I can't win no longer this queen on b1. And if I play queen f4, he promotes with a check again. I mean, how about some tricks here? So this was really nice. That f1 queen would have been a mistake. And that's of course, yes, that's of course why queen b6 is the right move. So queen b6. Now put a queen here, here, and he's running out of checks. Here. And I'm trading the queens. So, all right. So it didn't happen. So he gave me a couple of checks. Check, 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 check. There was also a very cute moment here. After queen g3, takes. I'm never taking the pawn because he would promote with the check. I just play king g4. I think I have to show you this at least once. So I'm winning the queen. This is the big idea why this king b4 was such a bad move. So check, 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 check. b7. All right. All right. Now, where's the mate? Where's the mate? I have 2 queens. He has 2 queens. And last time I checked, I never had such an endgame before. Where's the mate? I have the move. So first move is pretty obvious, right? Pretty obvious. So I think it's definitely queen b1. Pushing the king closer to the corner. I mean, I was looking at queen d2, queen e1, all kinds of diagonal checks. But okay, I feel I need to give this check. He goes here. Where's the mate? I can't take on b8. I can't use this queen. I gotta use this queen. Engine says checkmate in 7. If I would be able to find this mate, I think they would have to send me for some fair play check. Because it's pretty insane. Now there is a mate in 7. Right. There is a mate in 7, but it's very hard to find. Now I play queen c2 to connect the queens and take the pawn on c4, but the king is running here. He's escaping behind the pawn from checks and also offering the queen trade somewhere in the process. If I trade queens, it's just a draw again. Apparently the best way to win this game was stopping the king running from here. So we give a check. We stop this from happening. And that's it. I mean, I just don't think like that. I mean, why would I want to hide a queen behind a pawn myself on the least active square? But now I attach the other queen and it's a very swift mate. For example, here, check, here, check. Oh wait, where was the mate? Here. I'm pretty sure there is a mate. Here, here, here and here. Okay, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So it's very difficult to find an actual mate. And I was not even looking in this direction at all. Like queen d1, queen d7, queen e7. Very difficult to find. Yeah, maybe there's... I mean, this was the only maneuver which wins on the spot. I didn't find it. And I had like 15 minutes. I did not find it. So I gave a check. I gave a check. I gave a check. I gave a check. There you go. Where's the mate? Where's the mate? And I'm looking for all kinds of diagonal checks. I'm looking for ways to win the queen. Can't easily find it. Yes, queen g5, I'm stopping the king to go here. If he goes here, I see there's a check. He can't take this pawn. That's a beautiful mate in the middle of the board. So he goes here. I give a check, cut off his escape now here. And finally, I have boxed in the white king. All right, this much I saw. But he goes back. Yeah, and of course also king d6. Of course, I'm winning the queen. So only move king d7. And now the most unthinkable thing happens. And I'm thinking, I've got this. I've got this. I'm thinking queen d5 immediately wins. So if he goes king e8, I play queen c6, the same idea. If he goes, king goes here, I have queen c1. I think I've got this. I have the ladder. Yeah, he goes here, I play queen e1, I trade the queen, I take the queen, that's it, game over. Build the ladder easily, easy mate, yeah? I think I've got this. And I'm thinking, what happens after queen d6? I go here. And I'm thinking, what happens after king e6? I was like, where's the mate? And I'm spending the time here like crazy. Where's the mate? Here, check. Where's the mate? Queen f7, king e5. Where's the mate? He goes here. I go here. Where's the mate? I mean, unbelievable. So I try to calculate a queen g3. Of course, he just takes on g3. What I'm talking about. Yeah. So I forgot there's the h pawn. So here, I'm thinking some diagonal checks. He goes here. I give a check. He goes here. I can't even trade the queen and win it on the long diagonal. I go here. He goes here. I go here. He goes here. And the dance continues. And I can't calculate. And the time is ticking. The time is ticking. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. And I got pretty nervous. Right? But it should be here. And finally, I found queen a4. Yeah, so queen a4. Now the point is, I'm approaching his king. He went here. And finally, there's queen c6. Queen c6. Here. Check. Here. Check. And after the game, there was an applause. So people were applauding me. We had a huge audience watching. I mean, 2 teams or even 4 teams were watching this. And the game lasted more than 6 hours. I was totally exhausted. Absolutely insane. And actually the technique I found, it was not really so bad. This entire sequence. Check, 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 here, here, here. It was pretty good. Yeah, this queen a4 was the most difficult win. But I found it. Now, there's a lot of diagonals, vertical, horizontal checks, and finally, again, diagonal check. And there's the win. So of course, I mean, normally I know it's a win, but how many times do you get the chance to practice 2 queens hunting the bear king against 2 queens? It's very rare. So it was the first time in my life. And of course I know that they work together nicely, but with the pawn on e6, the king hiding behind a pawn, and the match situation being so close, and also the 6th hour of the game, it was tough.